On a spring afternoon, on May 22, 1856, tensions in the Senate were high. 2 men and 1 cane engage in an epic showdown on the floor of the Senate. Charles Sumner was a well-educated Massachusetts man, studying foreign language and law in his early years. He was a graduate of Harvard University and went on to become a member of the United States Senate. Sumner was a leading abolitionist and was leader of the anti-slavery movement in Massachusetts. During this time, the country was very much divided over the issue of states' rights. America at this time desired to expand westward, but this expansion divided the nation. The South and North's economy had stark differences. The South heavily relied on slavery. This resulted in growing tension between representatives of the North and the South. Sumner took his Senate seat in 1851 as a Free Soil Democrat. He attacked the 1850 Fugitive Slave Act with passion. He denounced the Kansas-Nebraska Act and delivered a long speech which argued the admission of Kansas as a free state. In his speech, Sumner insulted the authors of this act, Stephen A. Douglas of Illinois and Andrew Butler of South Carolina. Sumner attacked the honor of South Carolina by alluding that the history of the Senate be blotted out of existence. Representative Preston Brooks, a cousin of Douglas, was infuriated by the bold statements Sumner made. Preston is later recorded as saying he intended to challenge Sumner to a duel, but Brooks concluded that Sumner was not a gentleman, and it would be more appropriate to beat him with his cane. On the afternoon of May 22nd, Brooks confronted Sumner as he sat alone in his Senate chair. Sumner was knocked down and trapped under the heavy desk. Brooks proceeded to beat Sumner as he ripped the desk from the floor. At this time, Sumner was blinded by his own blood and struggled to escape. He fell into unconsciousness. Brooks continued to beat Sumner with his cane until it broke. The severe beating of Charles Sumner is thought to be one factor in the escalation of violence between the Union and the Confederacy. Sumner was viewed as a hero to the North. Despite the brutal beating, Sumner managed to survive and was re-elected into the Senate. But the physical and psychological trauma of the incident never escaped Sumner. He suffered from constant headaches, nightmares, spinal cord damage, and PTSD. But to this day, the beating of Charles Sumner is considered to be the most brutal act on the Senate floor.